Hello everyone. Today we're going to have a real mom conversation with a homeschooling mom of three. She is also known as Bibong Pinay on IG and Facebook, and her kids are called, other names are Faith, Hope, and Grace. She is a proud homeschooling mom and has been married for 9 years. And together with her husband, she has a business as well, also related to homeschooling. They publish resources related to homeschooling and are also a provider and partner of our partners for today, which is onelearning.com, which we will tell you more about later. Okay, so without further ado, let's all welcome and get started on our Real Mom conversation, Cass Brion. Hello, Cass.
Hello, Miss Janice. Hello, everyone.
So
Thanks
good
for
to meet
having
you.
me here.
It's our
Yes,
first
me
time to meet.
too.
Yes, and
Yes.
I've seen you online, and it's really great that you're providing so much information for our fellow parents, especially with regards to homeschooling, which is seemingly your passion and advocacy.
Yes, that's true. Tama po yan, Miss Janice.
So today, we're going to talk about all about homeschooling. Our theme actually for the month, Cass, is schooling or education, and we know that after the pandemic, at the start of the pandemic, that's what we all struggled with. Our children suddenly thrust into online learning. And I know that also because of our past guests here, that parents have become more open to the homeschooling option. I think before they would usually choose between the more popular like traditional and progressive schools, but still face-to-face schools. And then homeschooling was a growing community as well. We've done some homeschooling events also on Mommy Mundo. And we saw the growth like from 4 years ago to now. And especially now in the pandemic, I know that more and more moms and dads are actually looking at it as an option. So we're so thankful that you're here with us to shed light on homeschooling. I guess you're a expert mommy na because of your 3 kids. But we'd like to know more about your life as a homeschooling mom, the real picture. Because we know that, of course, there are challenges, like anything in motherhood. Okay, so first of all, Cass, if you could share with us your life as a mom and as a homeschooling parent.
Yes, I'm a homeschooling mom, no. I have, right now, I have a 6 years old, si Faith. And then si Hope naman is 5 years old. So basically, I have a grade 1 student and a pre-K, which is now, kinder na siya this school year. And I also have a 1-year-old and 4 months. Yan, si
Oh.
Grace, no? Naalala ko when we started our homeschooling journey, Faith was just 1. So, kasi iba iniisip nila parang homeschooling it's like parang may mga worksheets ka sa bahay, 'di ba? So, it's a
Yeah.
sit down class and all, but basically homeschooling for me it's incorporating learning sa lifestyle ng mga bata, no? So, especially with the young children, homeschooling is more on play. Because sabi ng isang research, no, na play and intelligence, especially for young kids, talagang connected sila. Kung tayong mga adults, we have a work, di ba? May work tayo. Yung mga bata, ang work nila is play. So what we did is talagang we incorporate learning sa kanilang playtime and even in our lifestyle.
Okay, so parang learning is like part of life. It's in that way you kind of take advantage of the natural learning opportunities of children. Diba they say that when the child is having fun, when the child is engaged, that's the most optimum time that they absorb information and new things. So
Yes.
so it actually is a misconception that homeschooling is like, okay, guys, we have class today, and then here are your homework today. Then the mom will sit with them, and then, or is it a certain point? Does it get there, like when they're a bit older, when they reach
Yes.
the grades?
Yes, of course. Yeah, may mga ganung instance, no, but not all the time. And kasi nagva-vary yung approach and method natin. Depende sa learning style ng mga bata, and at the same time, depende rin sa age level nila. So of course, pag medyo kunyari mga teenager na o mas higher level, binibigyan natin sila ng ownership sa kanilang homeschooling, no? Pero syempre pag smaller kids, we as moms, we need to be creative, no? Na parang kasi gaya nga ng sinabi mo, Miss Janice, no, kailangan they're having fun para mas ma-absorb nila yung learning. Kasi kapag parang feeling stress sila or parang pressured sila sa ginagawa nila, hindi
Yeah.
sila nag-e-enjoy, then walang learning.
Yeah, that's right. So, why did you choose to be a homeschooling mom? Like, was it like a natural thing? Like when we choose to breastfeed, ganyan, is it like when you were pregnant pa lang, you knew na that you would homeschool, that you would choose to homeschool? Were there like inspiration for you or pegs, like moms who you knew who was doing it, that you
Mm.
patterned your own practice after? How did it work for you?
Yes, actually single pa lang ako 'no, wala pa akong boyfriend 'no, decided na ako
Yeah.
mag-homeschool. Siguro because,
Oh.
dahil ang education rin na tinapos ko is ano 'no, secondary edu. So talagang I'm a teacher
Ah,
by heart, and also I have kumbaga parang I am surrounded with, kumbaga moms na nagho-homeschool. So I was inspired by them, and, I'm so
mm.
blessed and glad naman na yung napangasawa ko naman yun din pala yung heart niya even before na wala pa
Ah,
din siyang girlfriend kumbaga. So, kaya nung naging mag-asawa na kami, hindi masyadong naging mahirap for us na piliin yung path ng homeschooling, no? And of course, I have moms na talagang nilulook up ko pagdating sa homeschooling journey nila, like si Miss Donna Simpao, Miss Joy
yeah.
Mendoza.
Yeah,
Yeah, yung
Donna
mga
and Joy.
yan, yung mga kumbaga mga homeschooling heroes
Yes.
yan, Miss Novi Antan, of course. Yan, yung mga yan yung mga nilulook up ko na mga moms pagdating sa homeschooling. Sila yung tinatawag ko talagang expert. Kumbaga parang ako going there pa lang, sila nakabalik na, no? So
Well,
yes,
I
they
also think that ano, parang we know our kids the best, right, as their mom. So,
yes,
siguro for our own kids, tayo yung expert. Ganon, di ba?
I agree. Yes. We are
So,
experts of our own family.
yes, correct, correct. So it's nice that you and your husband were actually compatible in that sense na you
Correct.
both wanted it. I guess in the same way that, for example, me, when my eldest wanted to go to school, my husband was bent on his own school.
Mm-hmm.
So dapat dun talaga. So we were kind of traditional agad. But when we reached our second and third child, he was already more open to progressive school. So
Oh.
parang ganyan. Parang it has to be really a joint decision, no? Para you have like, you're a team in terms of your
Yes.
children's education.
Tama po yan. Yes.
So at home, how does it work? Like, how do you share the homeschooling calling, like the homeschooling mission with your husband? Is it like um, very intentional? Like today, we're going to, meron bang themes, ganyan? Like themes or activities that you do? Or is it really all like, you just go with the flow of daily life?
Yes, actually, gaya ng sinabi niyo po kanina 'no, parang because of the pandemic, all of us parang naging incidental tayo na mga homeschoolers 'no. And I believe na maraming nagshi-shift ngayon from incidental to intentional parents because suddenly, tayong mga parents naging ano tayo, naging in charge tayo sa education ng mga bata kasi noon talagang we send them to school lang, and all. So,
Yes.
sa aming mag-asawa talaga, it's very important na we have a vision for our kids. Kumbaga, ano yung goal namin, ano yung tinatanaw namin, no? Kasi lahat ng ginagawa namin revolves around that vision. So, ibig sabihin, it's yung theme na meron kami sa homeschooling, it's more than the theme, it's more on parang yung core values namin bilang family, bilang mag-asawa, doon umiikot sa mga tinuturo namin sa mga bata because we believe that more than the academics, no, ang end goal talaga ng education is character. So, especially na maliliit pa yung mga bata, no, ang focus talaga namin, yes, of course, tumututok din kami sa academics, pero mas malaki yung chunk ng diin namin doon sa ano nila, sa faith nila. Kumbaga parang mas gusto namin na lumaki sila na yung character nila is talaga namang, alam mo yung pleasing kay Lord and all. Because naniniwala kami kapag na-develop namin yung mga right character, good character sa kanila, yung academics will just follow. So yun. So
Okay.
basically, kaya nga kaming mag-asawa nakapag-create kami ng curriculum and program for kids which is Bible-based and play-based. Kumbaga yung mga lessons na tinuturo namin, naka-incorporate siya sa Bible, and at the same time, it's play-based.
Oh, that's interesting. Is your husband also an educator?
Yes, actually he's a
That's
pastor
why.
before 'no, pero now pareho kaming
Ah,
nakatutok sa business namin which is related pa rin
that's
sa education
nice.
at homeschooling.
Yes. Okay, so I'm kind of interested to know what your objectives were. I mean, why? What prodded you to choose homeschooling aside from having people you knew who you wanted to be like them, or you wanted to practice the same thing they did? I know for a fact that a lot of homeschooling families choose it exactly for that, no, character and value formation, especially when their children are still young. They want to have that control over the exposure that the kids have. The second one is, before economics, a lot of homeschooling families were choosing it as a financial option to make, because tuition is really very expensive in the Philippines. And then are there other reasons why, for you as a mom and your husband too, why did you choose homeschooling?
Yes, of course, we have so many reasons no why we chose homeschooling. Pero yung talagang, I think the best part why we chose homeschooling is first because we can customize and personalize the learning experience of our kids. Kasi di ba syempre, I'm not against with traditional schooling. Of course, galing ako doon eh.
Yeah.
So, pero ang nakakatuwa kasi sa homeschooling, we can personalize and customize yung learning experience ng mga bata. For example, si Faith, she's a visual learner. So because she learns through spatial, no? So I can customize her learning experience na kung saan, alam mo, makikreate ako ng mga resources or ng mga activities na yun ang yung pagiging visual niya. While my second child naman, Hope, she's a kinesthetic learner. So hindi naman pwede sa kanya yung puro visual. Kailangan kumikilos ka. So ibig sabihin, kahit, alam mo, anak mo sila, galing lahat sila sa'yo, pero magkakaiba sila ng learning style. So ako bilang magulang, dapat magkakaiba din yung approach ko sa kanila so they can learn best at home. No? So yun yung isa sa mga nagustuhan ko. I can personalize, I can customize their learning experience. And at the same time, of course, yung ratio. No? Syempre sa traditional school, kahit sabihin natin 1:20 para sa private school, still that's a lot. Pero syempre sa bahay, siguro ang pinakamadami na pwede mo maging anak is 10 or 12, di ba? But still, parang bihira naman yung gano'n, di ba? Pero siguro 1:5 or 1:4, still maganda yung ratio. So ibig sabihin, mas makakapag-focus tayo, di ba? And of course, sino ba ang mas may matinding care, mas may matinding pagmamahal sa mga bata? Syempre, more than the teachers, tayong mga magulang. So, kumbaga parang ginagalingan natin talaga because iniisip natin na itong mga anak natin is mga mga future na pag-asa ng bayan, and anak natin to. So, we give our best.
Yeah, true.
So, so I think isa yun sa mga best, kumbaga parang may major reason why we chose homeschooling, and nung nabanggit nyo kanina na we can focus on the character formation and all.
Yeah, that's really important factors to consider. And I guess it's also a blessing that you and your husband are teachers. You have that edge. I believe talaga ako sa mga moms na teachers kasi their kids have an edge. Like the kids are, parang every day can be a learning experience because it's so natural for you to teach. What about parents who are not comfortable teaching, or if they're also working from home, they have 9 to 5, and then is it possible for them to be a homeschooling parent even if they're also very busy?
Yes, good question na Miss Janice. Kasi talagang most of the parents ngayon medyo hesitant sila talaga na gawing option ito kahit parang ito na lang yung only option, because ang thinking nga kasi nila, naku, parang homeschooling is not for me kasi I'm not a teacher, no? Pero nakakalimutan nila na sa homeschooling, it's more on facilitating learning eh. Like ako, lagi ko sinasabi sa husband ko na ang math ko hanggang pang grade 3 lang, no? Kumbaga parang
ako din.
kapag beyond na grade 3 na, mahihirapan na ako sa math, no? Pero kasi homeschooling is like we as parents, we are in charge of the learning. So it's okay to outsource, no? Kung halimbawa, mahina ka sa math or what, pwede ka mag-outsource ng someone. Or there are so many resources online, no, na pwede tayong go-to natin pag hindi natin alam. And I found out na merong I think first in the Philippines, na there's an online platform. Kasi diba most of the time tayong mga mommies, we go to YouTube, no, pag gusto natin ng mga resources like kunyari, paano mo ituturo ang alphabets, or kahit yung mas higher, paano mo ituturo ang fraction and all, nagpupunta tayo sa mga ganyang resources. Pero I found out ngayon na merong bagong platform. Solution to sa mga mommies and daddies na kung saan parang nahihirapan sila, naku, hindi ako equipped magturo, hindi ako magaling magturo and all. Kasi we can
Yes.
use this platform and then come alongside with our kids. Kumbaga parang let's just kumbaga parang support them while engaging in this platform, no? Ang maganda dito sa
Yes.
platform na to, this is kumbaga parang fit siya sa culture ng bawat Pilipino. So,
Mm.
I think isa to sa
Yeah.
mga solution talaga sa mga parents na nag-iisip, nako parang homeschooling is not for me kasi I'm working, hindi ko kaya magbigay ng time and all for lesson planning and all. So, this online platform is, I think, the solution sa dilemma ng mga parents
Yeah.
ngayon.
Yeah, actually when it's good that you started talking about the platform because it's exciting news actually when I was approached by them. And I checked it out myself. Of course, when we share with our parents in Mommy Mundo, we really make sure to check whatever we want to share with them. And this was quite impressive. That platform is the content is so good. It's localized. It's also and then what I was very interested in is that even if your internet is slow or if you don't have internet, you can download. You don't have to worry about nagahang. Di ba yun yung problem ngayon ng mga school?
Correct.
Nagahang or biglang your kid can't go to class because walang, di ba, the internet of the teacher or the student is slow or something. So the modules can be downloaded and accessible without internet. And it's actually quite affordable too, relatively affordable too. So maybe we can share with them what the platform is all about,
Yes,
Cass.
yes. Yes, the online platform is Huwan Learning, no? Sa pangalan parang Huwan. It's for everyone. Kasi 'di ba may think na parang homeschooling daw is not for everyone, no? Yes, but with
Yeah.
this option, I think homeschooling can be for everyone. And kagaya ng sinabi niyo po, Miss Janice, no? Super affordable siya kasi it's like para siyang Netflix, no? Parang meron kang subscription and then magkakaroon ka ng access sa lahat ng videos na nandun sa Netflix. Pero ang pinagkaiba dito sa platform na to, it has resources from kinder to grade 12. Okay, so
Mm.
for example, if you have a kid, kunyari meron kang tatlong anak, you have a kinder, you have grade 2, and then you have grade 5, no? So you don't need to it's like a tech curriculum, no? Curriculum siya for the whole school year that it covers K-12. So ibig sabihin, kung meron kang 5 anak o 10 anak, you just buy one subscription and then covered
Yeah,
na
one
yung
per household.
yes,
One
one
account
per
per
household
household.
siya. And hindi lang yon, yung mga resources inside is talagang, for me, it's a wow. Kasi, ang hirap minsan sa online, ang hirap salain yung lahat ng resources na kailangan mo, di ba? So, sobrang daming resources online. Minsan, naubos na yung time
Yeah.
nating parents to, alam mo yun, kakahanap kung ano ba yung resources na pwede sa'yo. Ang maganda dito, kunyari one school level sa kinder, lahat ng kailangang malaman ng isang kinder level, nandun na sa platform na yon. Lahat ng
Mm.
kailangang malaman ng isang grade 2 student, nandun na lahat. It's videos, modules, worksheets, activities, and all, nandun na lahat.
Yeah.
It's very interactive kasi yung ano ba, yung teacher na nagtuturo doon, no? Hindi siya parang hindi lang siya yung parang napapanood natin sa ano no sa ibang platforms kasi ito very interactive, very personalized kasi nga Pinoy, no? And yes,
True.
for me it's a wow talaga kasi parang first time ko to nakita dito sa Pilipinas.
Is the delivery in English or
Yes, in
Filipino?
English,
English.
except
Yeah,
I think
English.
for the Filipino, of course. Yeah, pero yung lahat
Yeah.
is ano
Yeah.
in English.
Okay, and it's I heard that bite size, no, it's snackable videos, it's short
Yes.
modules so that it's
Mhm.
easier to download, and also
Yes.
the attention span of the kids are
Yes.
medyo managed.
Hindi siya
So
overwhelming.
do your
Mhm.
own kids use Swan Learning already?
Yes, we use this as a support no sa amin kasi we have
Yeah.
our own curriculum and para ang maganda kasi dito sa One Learning no dahil nga ano siya recorded siya pwede mo i-download for mastery pwede mo siyang ulit-ulitin and hindi nga siya nakaka-overwhelm sa mga bata kasi bite size mga 5 to 10 minutes, yeah. So
Mm.
kahit ako magulang matututo ako no so I can engage ang anak ko kung hindi ko alam yung subject na kailangan ko ituro manonood lang kami ng One Learning
Yeah.
alam ko na no kung paano ko ano sa mga anak ko kumbaga I will ask a question no para ma-check kung na-comprehend ba niya and all. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I want to ask you as a homeschooling mom, like what are the challenges of being a homeschooling parent? Are there specific challenges that you've encountered with your 3 kids so
Yes.
far?
Yes, of course, may mga struggles, no? First
Yeah.
kasi dahil nga tayong mga mommies, hindi lang naman yung pagtuturo sa mga bata ang only work na ginagawa natin. We all know that meron pa
Yeah.
tayong mga labahin, may mga kailangan pa tayong lutuin. Tapos on the side, meron pa tayong work. So may mga times talaga na parang we feel so exhausted na and empty, no?
Yeah.
Pero ang maganda naman sa homeschooling kasi because flexible, ano, kumbaga parang weekend, ang homeschooling kasi hindi siya yung parang nire-recreate natin yung 8 hours na mga bata sa school and then dadalhin natin sa bahay eh. Homeschooling is flexible. So we can learn ng hapon or early in the morning kung anong nag-work sa amin. So siguro isa din sa mga common struggle is kapag may maliit kang baby. Yeah. Kasi nung si
Oo
Faith at
nga, that's
si
true.
Hope pa lang, medyo manageable siya. Pero nung lumabas si Grace, medyo challenging, no? Dahil nag-aaral maglakad,
Yeah.
ang likot, hindi mo talaga siya mapapaupo and all. Pero ang nakita ko namang beauty with that is yung panganay kong anak, hino-homeschool niya yung kapatid niyang pangalawa. No, kumbaga parang nakikita niya how kumbaga namo-model namin ni Mark or yung pagtuturo sa kanila. So ginagawa niya sa kapatid niya. So that's also the beauty of homeschooling, no? Kung merong mga kapatid, minsan yung mga kapatid tumutulong sila dun
Yeah.
sa learning experience ng kanilang mga kapatid.
That's true. So at least they also get to learn to take care of each other in a
Yes, I
way.
agree.
It's those are life lessons, diba? How to, well, I guess with your kids, it also addresses the concept that homeschooling kids lack social interaction. Remember, that was
Yes,
always a concern, that
yes,
ay nako, homeschooling kids kulang sila sa social interaction. So is that how do you address that? Well, now everyone is at home anyways, but
yes.
is that a real concern, something that homeschooling parents go through in terms of
Mhm.
the development of the children?
Yes, kasi 'di ba most of the time ang iniisip ng parents, our kids should be surrounded ng maraming tao para lang masabi na may social life. But
Yeah.
truthfully speaking, pwedeng maging surrounded ng madaming bata or madaming tao yung anak natin pero walang social skills, no? Especially now na ang mga bata talaga laging kumbaga parang lagi sila nakatutok sa gadget nila and all. But social skills
Mhm.
really is yung marunong makipag-communicate yung anak natin pag meron silang kailangan nasasabi nila. Tapos yun nga, marunong silang mag-share. So social skills basically pwedeng mangyari sa loob ng bahay kahit tayo-tayo lang, no? And then yun
Yeah.
nga kapag na-develop na siya, it goes out sa mga friends, sa ibang family and all. So kung kumbaga parang tanggalin na natin yung myth na kapag homeschooling is walang social life. Kasi tayong mga parents, usapin natin yung
Yeah.
mga anak natin, i-engage natin sila and all. Ayan, so pwedeng mag-start sa bahay yun.
Yeah. I guess it's really more about intentionality, no? Yung,
Right.
like if for example, kasi some parents are really quiet. Like they're
Mhm.
not the type to really converse, and yung introverts, di ba?
Mhm.
Pag ganon, then maybe there should be like formal activities that will allow you to develop like conversation, how to teach proper conversation skills to your kids. Yun nga,
Yes.
yung sharing, parallel play, things like that.
Polite expressions.
Yep, polite expression. So if that can't be done, parang it has to be done with intention, so that
Yeah.
at least the child also grows up with different circumstances, like the way the real world is.
Yeah.
So I do also debunk that myth of homeschooling being that it lacks social interaction. And I guess pag walang pandemic, di ba, you also organize play dates. I know that happens
Yes, yes,
in
meron
your
sa mga
community.
mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
pero wala rin ngayon, no, as of now, because of the
Yes, so
pandemic.
lang wala.
Yeah, okay. So if there are challenges and disadvantages or of homeschooling, what naman are your, parang is there one single joy or memorable experience that you had with homeschooling that you felt that it was worth it for you, that you made the right decision?
Yeah, oo. Actually, ang daming moment nun sa ikli ko pa lang na nagho-homeschool. I think mga 6 years pa lang ako nagho-homeschool pero parang kumbaga punong-puno na yung memory bank ko ng ng maraming memories, and every time lagi ako na-affirm na, oh, talagang we made the right decision, no? Especially kapag sinasabi ng mga kids na, Mommy, someday I also want to homeschool my kids. Alam mo yun?
Ah, nice.
They're just 6 and 5 pero naisip na agad nilang i-homeschool yung mga anak nila. No? Kaya kumbaga parang
That's
nakikita nila
nice.
na na talagang magandang experience to for them, magandang memory, and they want to, alam mo yun, ulitin yon pagdating ng panahon na kapag mommies na rin sila.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to ask you if you had to do anything special with your home. Like, if you have a homeschooling, do you have to have like a homeschooling setup, a room? How do you make it conducive? Like, for some, hindi talaga pwede yung room. Kasi, di ba, kunwari, they're in a studio or one bedroom lang. What can parents do or with you yourself, how did you manage to set up a conducive environment for them?
Yes, at first talaga no, siyempre ako excited ako mag-homeschool, so nag-create ako ng homeschooling room. Pero along the way na-discover ko na puwede palang walang homeschooling room kasi kahit
Ah.
saan kaming spot. Minsan nasa kusina kami kapag, like nung tinuturuan ko ng rote counting si Hope, nagbibilang siya ng 1 to 30, 'no, pinaghihimay ko siya ng malunggay habang nagbibilang siya, 'di ba? So habang, si Faith nung tinuturuan ko siya ng life skill, tinuturuan ko siyang magsaing. So again, nasa sync naman kami. So siguro maganda if we have, kung halimbawa, maliit lang yung house natin and all, pwede tayong maglagay siguro ng isang spot, no? Not
Yeah.
necessarily na talagang isang buong room or whatsoever. If you have a spare room, okay din, ano? Pero wag tayong ma-pressure, naku, wala akong homeschooling room and all, ano? Kasi gaya nga na sinabi ko kanina, learning should be a lifestyle. So minsan, ang classroom, na sabi ko nga, when you're homeschooling, the world is your classroom. Minsan,
True.
ang ano namin, ang aming class doon sa labas, 'di ba? Dito sa may malapit sa dead end sa amin, walang walang tao doon. Minsan dito naman kami sa garage, minsan sa living room. Okay? So very flexible. Nalaman ko yan nung nagkaroon ako ng maliit na baby. Kasi nga hindi ko siya mapirmi sa homeschooling room kung saan kami nag-homeschool. So nangyari ko minsan nasa bedroom kami, nasa office ko, ganyan. So yes, basically pwede naman siya kahit sa part ng bahay. Pero okay then if we have a designated spot, no? Or if we also
Yeah.
have a room. But kung wala, it's okay.
Yeah,
Kasi
it's not a deterrent.
yes, correct. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I guess also your kids are still small, so it's nice to have them around you.
Yes, oo.
Like learning opportunities. But when they're maybe older na they have to like have routine and like
Mm.
have like spatial, di ba, parang spatial EQ and stuff, then maybe it's
Yes,
time to have a space for them.
correct.
But not necessarily a room. But you're
Yes.
right about that
Mhm.
actually.
Pero kasi 'pag small
Okay.
kids,
Yeah.
laging tumatakbo-takbo lang yun.
Oo, true. So is that a concern? Like, ay sa bagay, if it's kinesthetic yung kid mo, talagang active, di ba? So you
Yes,
try to incorporate the learning with the actions, with
with
the
her
physical
lips, yes.
activity.
Correct.
Okay. So would you say that all moms can be homeschooling moms? Or are there like certain special circumstances na parang you would not recommend it?
Yeah, I think depende kasi 'yun sa mom, no?
Mm.
Kasi 'di ba gaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, may mga moms na iniisip nila yung educational background nila as a hindrance na, "Ay, hindi ako puwede mag-homeschool kasi ito lang yung tinapos ko,"
Yeah.
or "Hindi ako magaling mag-English,"
That's
or
right.
what. Yeah, but ako naniniwala as long as you have a heart to nurture your kids regardless of your educational background, regardless of your experience, you can be a homeschooling mom. Kasi homeschooling is
Yeah.
more on alam mo yung intentionality mo na you want to give your best to your child. You will find ways kung halimbawa hindi ka magaling magturo or mag-facilitate ng learning, you will find ways, magre-research ka or magtatanong ka sa iba and
Yeah.
all, 'di ba? Kasi again, you have a heart, no? So, for me,
Yeah,
as long as
true.
you have a heart to nurture your kids, to be intentional, no? Then for
Yeah.
me, you can be a homeschooling mom.
So I guess pag ganon, if they're like not confident about their own educational experience, di ba, they didn't finish school or yun nga mahina sa math or mahina sa writing or whatever, it's an opportunity also for them to grow with the child that they can see
I
it that
agree.
way.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, Cass, even if you knew, even from pagkadalaga, that you wanted to be a homeschooling mom, how have you grown, like in the past of 6, no? 6 Faith,
Yes,
right?
6 years.
6
Yes.
years. Did you see, parang how was the first, parang the young Cass you're still young. I mean, the younger Cass, homeschooling mommy Cass, to the Cass of today. Did you notice any transformations in you?
Yes, actually, thankful ako sa aming homeschooling journey kasi I didn't know na, alam mo yun, parang may ikaka-grow pa pala ako as a mom then as a person. Kasi siguro iniisip natin na yung mga kids lang ang nag-grow. Pero I'm
Yeah.
telling you, no, even me, as a mom, no, talaga
Yeah.
nag-grow din tayo. Naalala ko nga, when I was making this binder for my child, si Faith, no, it's a interactive binder, may mga cutouts and all. Pinagsama-sama ko na yung lahat ng kailangan nilang matutunan for the whole school year. Para siyang reviewer, pero it's fun. Kasi meron siyang mga Velcro, dinidikit mo yung mga characters, ano, and all. Ayan. So, nung inaaral ko yung about sa fraction, tsaka yung less than and greater than, alam mo, nung bata talaga ako, hindi ko makuha yun. Kahit nung college na ako, litong-lito pa ako dun sa greater than and less than. Alam niyo ba na, this year ko lang talaga siya nalaman. This year ko lang naintindihan talaga yung concept.
Confusing talaga yun.
O, diba? Nung tinuturo ko na, kumbaga parang nung gumagawa na ako ng resources kung paano ko pa isi-simplify para ma-absorb at maintindihan ng anak ko. So kaka-simplify ko, kaka-aral ko. Ako yung unang na ano, no. Ganun
Yeah.
pala ang technique ng less than and greater than. Ngayon alam ko na. Kasi talaga noon hindi ko talaga siya alam. And also, alam mo yung parang yung mas yung patience ko, kumbaga yung character ko din, no. Yung patience ko, yung ano ko, yung kumbaga yung determination ko, yung diligence ko. So,
Yeah.
kumbaga yung ako din nagiging better version ako ng sarili ko. And syempre tayong mga moms, no, we never stop learning. Hindi natin pwede sabihin na ay housewife lang ako, hanggang dito na lang ako, kaya wala akong career, so hanggang dito na lang ako. No. I have this thinking na the learning should never stop. Hanggang sa humihinga ako, merong
Yeah.
learning. So, sige lang, grow ko lang ng grow yung sarili ko. I add value to myself para may maibigay din akong value sa mga anak ko.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice, Cass. I believe that also, that learning never stops. And we should, and that thing that you said about, we think that it's only our children who are supposed to learn and grow. Because, you know, with Mommy Mundo, parang before, when we would do the kids activity expos like that, di ba yung mga extracurricular, like us, di ba, tayong mga mommies were like, we put our kids in ballet, in sports, ganyan, iba-iba, art. And then when you ask the moms, do you want to do arts and crafts? Parang, ay, hindi ko kaya yan. Sabi ko, yung anak mo kung saan mo nilalagay, tapos ikaw takot ka, di ba? And then you realize that parang, oo nga, parang we should have that openness and the fearlessness also, so that also our kids can see us growing and they'll also be inspired. And also, for our own development, like, you'll never run out of opportunities and your potential while you're still alive. There's so many things that you can discover about yourself if you're open to it. And that's true, no? Homeschooling, my gosh, yeah, greater than and less than. That's true. May mga concepts na, like now, di ba yung Singapore math, parang, oh my gosh, we have to relearn math.
Yes.
Like, in a different way. And even the Filipino alphabet, like kasi my sons are in their 20s, but when they went into school, the Filipino alphabet changed from when I learned it. So yun nga, you have to learn it again with them. Diba? Parang okay, kaya pa ng brain at least. But thanks for sharing. I love that story. Okay, so before we end, I want to ask you about the tools that you usually use. Maybe it's our opportunity also to talk about again, onelearning.com, which is really like a breakthrough in the homeschooling education now. It's something that a lot of parents can benefit from. So maybe you can cite two tools and that you use for homeschooling, and then plus One Learning. Share with us a bit more.
Yes, actually we have dalawang tools lang, no. Of course, our very own, yung the ones that we created, the Raising the Future curriculum for pre-K and for kinder. So kaya yun pa lang yung meron kami kasi yung age ng anak ko. So feeling ko habang lumalaking anak mo, dadagdagan din yung curriculum na ginagawa na.
Parang ganun din yung business ko. as dati pregnant, breastfeeding, dumadagdag because of my kids.
Di ba?
Di ba?
Yes. Kasi sila yung inspiration natin eh, di ba?
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
humahanap tayo ng problem and then we find, kumbaga naghahanap tayo ng solution to our own
That's
problem.
nice.
So yeah, yun yung gamit namin because it's play-based and
So
it's,
where do they find that, Cass?
yes, it's currently on sale, no? From 3,500 yung pre-K curriculum and then yung kinder curriculum naman is 4,500. It's good for one school
Nice.
year
For
din,
one
ah.
school year.
Yes,
Yeah.
so hindi na mahihirapan yung parents kung anong ituturo ko, ano ipapagawa ko. Even yung mga crafts and all, nandun na siya lahat. It's on sale for 1,000 each. So, until today na lang
Wow.
yan nag-start kami, I think nung isang araw, kasi birthday nga ni Faith, nung panganay ko, 7th birthday
Ah,
niya tomorrow. So, we have
happy
this birthday
birthday.
sale. Yes, sabi niya, Mommy, I want to bless more kids and families. So, we decided na talagang ibaksak presyo yung curriculum para mas marami pang household ang
That's nice.
makakuha. So, yun, we are using that and we are using the One Learning platform, no? Kasi syempre itong One Learning, ngayon lang siya lumabas. So we are so excited nung nakita
Yeah.
natin na ganun. Kasi 'di ba may mga ibang parents na they're thinking na mag-hire ng tutor or what. Okay din
Yes.
naman. Kaya lang ang problema kasi kapag kunyari wala sa mood yung bata or kaya yun nga kapag yung internet, no, ang maganda kasi sa One Learning, pwede mong sundan yung pace ng anak mo pag halimbawa na kumbaga parang nasa mood siya na mag-absorb ng learning and all, so you can watch and
Yeah.
ano.
So
Yeah,
child-led talaga, no? It has to
child-led
be
siya,
child-led.
oo.
Yeah.
Child-led. And ayun nga,
Yeah.
ang nagustuhan ko din, ang One Learning, meron siyang, kumbaga Tech Plus, yung may option na pati yung mga quizzes and exams, nandun na rin sa loob, even the
Mm,
grading system and all. So talagang wala nang ano, kumbaga parang big help to sa mga parents, especially na doble kayod ngayon, mga nawala ng trabaho, no, kumakayod sa
that's
bahay.
true.
So
Yeah.
magandang support tong ano, tong One Learning. And of course, yun nga, so if you have multiple kids, makakatipid ka talaga dito. And also, ang tanong na lang siguro ng mga parents, accredited ba ito ng DepEd? Okay, so
Yeah.
kaya meron silang partner na homeschooling provider, which is the Archers Homeschool Academy, kasi doon manggagaling ang accreditation. So sa Archers, we have a open curriculum kung ikaw yung gusto mo na ikaw pipili ng sarili mong resources, or the tech curriculum, which is kasama na doon yung One Learning. So ibig sabihin,
Mm,
ang curriculum na gagamitin mo, yung One Learning, yung video platform, that's good for one school year, and then ma-accredit ka na ng DepEd. Ibig sabihin, pag nag-move up ka next
mm.
year, pwede kasi accredited ka ng DepEd.
Oh, that's cool. That's really, and it's so affordable like compared to, well, of course, iba-iba naman, but that's great, a great benefit nga for those who are affected by the pandemic or who have a budget constraints basically, diba? And
Yes.
that's for one whole school year.
One
So,
school.
yeah, so we're happy to share about onelearning.com and also your own modules. No? So where
Yes.
do they find your modules? I don't think you mentioned is it
Yes,
Facebook or website?
yes, in Facebook, they can visit Raising the Future page,
Hmm.
or they can
Yeah.
visit din yung Bibong Pinay na page. Yes.
Okay. So Cass, can you share with us your second tool for homeschooling?
Yes. Yes. We use the One Learning, the
Yeah.
online platform. Okay? So, ang nagustuhan ko talaga sa kanya is very affordable siya. Actually, ang offer sa kanya is 9,000 something yung subscription for one school year. Pero naka-discount din siya, no? It's only 5,998, no? For the whole household na yun. Again, if you have 5 kids or 4
So
kids,
all levels, like all
all
the
levels from
levels. Oh,
kinder to grade
wow.
12. So lahat, no? Ibig sabihin, kung halimbawa yung anak mo din gusto mag-advance ng konti, grade 1 na siya pero parang medyo advanced siya.
Correct.
So pwede na niyang i-click yung pang grade 2, no? So that's that's very affordable talaga, and hindi lang yon, very interactive, maganda yung and fit sa
Yeah.
culture nating mga Pilipino.
Wow, that's such a great option for families who have a budget or who are affected by the pandemic or just really have, if they have a lot of kids, that's a
Yes,
really good
sulit.
option. Super
Mm-mm.
sulit. And I wanted to ask you, Cass, so is the site updated? Is the content updated regularly? Yeah.
Yes, oo. They can visit nga no, the onelearning.com, and ang pagbibigay ng tawag dito, yung access is on June 4. June 4.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes.
Yeah,
So,
but no,
lagi niyang updated.
what I meant was kasi 'di ba minsan kunyari may mga new changes in the curriculum of DepEd like
Yes.
that. Do they
Oo,
update it by then?
ongoing, yes. Ongoing ang update doon. So, nagdadagdag sila ng mga resources bawat
Okay,
year
cool.
level. Mm-mm.
Cool. And the sale is, would you know until when?
I think until next month ata.
Next
Next
month.
month. Yeah,
Okay.
so meron pa silang chance na kasi laka din ng madi-discount nila, almost
Yeah,
4,000
it's almost
something.
50% off almost, no?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So thank you, Cass. Thank you for sharing with us about your homeschooling journey. Hopefully that parents who are actually considering homeschooling will be able to find light with regards to their decision. And moms, you can always just really trust your instincts on what's the best for your child. You don't have to be pressured about what you see on social media or what your friends do, but you really know what's best for your children. We recommend that you make an informed choice, do your research, and then check out all the options that are out there for you. Listen to thought leaders, like for example, Cass, who's very experienced and with her husband, and like other homeschooling parents as well. So, and also our episodes here on You the Mom this month are all about education. So check it out so that you can decide what's best for your child the next school year. Okay, so thank you, Cass, for joining me. I'm so happy to meet you, and keep doing what you do, sharing what you know to other parents, and also being the light of your family and your children. Be the mom that you are.
Yes, thank you, Miss Janice.
Yeah. Okay. So, for everyone, thank you for joining us here on another episode of You the Mom. Thank you for all who listened today, and we'll see you on the next episode. And just remember that mom life is something to be celebrated and cherished, and we believe that moms should be celebrated and cherished too. So, from us to you, we say, You the
You the
Mom.
mom.